Brand new ship announced from Crusader Industries, the second in the line. The first was a Genesis. This is the Starlifter Hercules. There are 3 variants coming in. It is a gunship, a dropship, and a, what is the third?
Transport ship.
Transport, yes. And you can fit 2 or 3 tanks. 3 or 2?
2 for sure. You never know with that extra cargo capacity. We might be able to fit one in.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this abrupt, quick video. We have Icaro from Spain. Say hello.
Hello, guys. Here I am.
We have Lefty from Parts Unknown.
South Carolina.
The bad Carolina.
Other Carolina.
Space Doge. Space Clown.
Detroit.
Welcome, gents. So, give me your initial thoughts on the looks of the new Hercules. It looks sleek. I think it looks good and chunky. What are your thoughts?
Sexy and deadly.
That's what she said.
Threatening ship when you are on land, waiting for it to drop the bombs. Beautiful ship.
Yes, speaking of bombs, they did show on a screenshot there that I'm going to put up in a second. There are Moabs. They have not shown this, or there's been no mention of any kind of bombs before in Star Citizen. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first mention of any kind of gravity-assisted weaponry or bombs at all. All right, Icaro, Lefty?
Yeah, I took a look through the RSI website, and they've got a couple articles talking about ordnance, hardpoints, and other weapons type systems, but I haven't seen anything about gravity bombs yet.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this fits in. Obviously, the yield must be much greater than anything else we have at the moment if they're meant to do anything. But speaking of gravity, Lefty, you were just talking a second ago about something that is special in this ship that other ships do not have. That's the VTOL.
Yeah, it's a specific mention in the ATV, and I've only seen a couple other ships where this is specifically mentioned. Of course, most ships have thrusters that face downward that keep a ship in the air, but on this ship specifically, VTOL is mentioned, which implies that the engines, the main engines, are going to be able to turn down. And with the way that the guns are facing forward, that's implying that there's going to be a lot of staying power on the battlefield for this dropship.
Looking at the images we have so far, I don't see a way these engines can swivel, or maybe vectorized thrust, perhaps. But what would the advantage of VTOL be over a ship which doesn't have VTOL? I guess the model we have right now, any ship can simply hover in one spot, is something they're not going to stick around with for too long if they're going to place importance on VTOL.
Well, they've definitely talked about the ongoing balance to the engines for spaceships and fuel consumption specifically. You know, when we use our thrusters and use afterburner and boost, we're burning extra fuel for those thrusters, but when you have VTOL on the main engines, you can point those down and essentially stay floating above a planet or a moon indefinitely.
Yeah, it's definitely a sexy design. Now, let's talk about cost. What size? 100 meters, they said? And a lot of cargo space. It looks like a big blockade runner in a way. Alloy, welcome. We're just recording a quick session. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good. We're talking about the new concept design, the Starlifter Hercules.
Yeah, I've seen it on the ATV. Haven't managed to watch all of it, but
And how sexy do you find it?
very sexy,
I knew it! She approves.
fortunately.
Must be good. So, let's talk about possible price range. Keeping in mind, it is heavily armored. The gunship will have big guns in it, and there's a lot of cargo space. What do you say the price range would be, seeing the 3 variants, probably 3 different prices? What are your guesses?
$457.
Do we have 500?
I'd say $500 to $800.
$500 to $800. All right. You know what? 800 sounds high, but I wouldn't put it past them if they keep pushing VTOL as something that's important. The gunship, I would say 600 to 750 max, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to see a higher price for the gunship. We've continually seen more weapons, more money.
Yeah, and it has a lot of weapons, no? 6 turrets, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I'm looking at
The gunship has additional.
In the gunship, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the concept image here from the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2 under the cockpit and 2 on 1 on either side on the top end. There's at least 1 at the back, and there's 1 under each wing. I don't know what size is yet, but it looks to be pretty heavily weaponized at this point. What do you guys think? LTI? Oh, no LTI.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
definitely, yeah.
I definitely see a lot of people drifting towards this as a heavily armored cargo ship. If you have to run your cargo through dangerous space, this looks like a ship that might do it, which I don't think is the original intended role, but it's a role I think it will do well.
Absolutely, with internal cargo, you know, that's one of the main complaints people have about the whole series is they have external cargo with, you know, the possibility of even getting scraped up against another ship, you'll destroy your cargo and your money.
Well, we get more information on May 11th when this goes up for sale. Let's get back to you guys when we have more on that. Thank you very much, ladies and gents. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.